Hello. Hi. Hope you're well. Whenever you're joining in with this session, remember these sessions stay up for a while so you can come back to them. If there's a song that we did that you can't quite remember, you can come back to check it out. If you're watching live now, do let me know you're here. I only get the wee button that says there's a couple of people watching, or there's 4 people watching, or whatever. So it's really nice to know who it is who's there right now. So we're going to start today a little bit the same vein we started last week, and we're going to go back to throw catch, which has a bit of a boogie in it as well. We were dancing along to Philadelphia Chickens last week to celebrate the US election. So I'll just recap this. It's a very simple little tune. It was created by a group called Skora in East Lothian. East London in South Africa. And there's one Xhosa word in it, one of the South African languages, which is jikeleza. So let's see, if I say that first, you say it after me. Jikeleza, your turn. Jikeleza. And it means turn round. And as we say that word or sing that word, then we turn around. I'm going to struggle to do that with these headphones on, otherwise I might get this all caught around my neck, which wouldn't be such a good idea. But if feel free to turn around. So you can do this sitting or standing. If you're okay to stand, please do. Hi, Senga. Nice to see you. But please don't exhaust yourself. It's quite a high energy song. If you're fine to put quite a bit of energy into it, great. Just go at your own pace as ever. So the tune goes. Do, do, do. Throw catch is the first one. Let's go. Throw catch. Throw catch, throw catch. And then the third one is the same as the first one again. Throw catch, you're done. Throw catch. And then we have the jikeleza. Jikeleza, your turn. Jikeleza. And then we have all of that again. So let's put all of that together and go around twice. 2, 3. Throw catch, throw catch, throw catch. Jikeleza, throw catch, throw catch, throw catch. Jikeleza. And then you have the boogieing bit. Na 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 na. I always get this wrong. Sorry, I'm confusing you now. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Jikeleza. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Jikeleza. And off we go again with the throw catch. And the actions we do with this are, we imagine we're having a game of catch. I start off throwing the ball to you. You catch it. So the first bit is throw, and you catch it, catch. And then the second one, you throw it back to me. Throw, catch. And then I throw it to you again. Throw, catch. Jikeleza. Throw, catch, you throw, catch, jikeleza, na 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 na, and then we have a boogie. So I'm going to stand up as well. So really get into this, enjoy it. It's a great kind of high energy tune, and there's some lovely rhythmic backing on this tune as well, which a woman I know called Fran made it. It's not one of my backing tracks. So are you ready? So I throw the first ball, you catch it.
2, 3, 4.
Throw, catch, throw, catch, throw, catch. Chicaleza, throw, catch, throw, catch, throw, catch. Chicaleza, na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na. Chicaleza, na 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 na, na 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 na. Na 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 na, chicaleza. Throw, catch, throw, catch, throw, catch. Chicaleza. Throw, catch, throw, catch, throw, catch. Chicaleza. Na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na. Chicaleza. Na 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 na. Na 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 na, na 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 na. Chicaleza. Throw, catch, throw, catch, throw, catch. Chicaleza. Throw, catch, throw, catch, throw, catch. Chicaleza. Na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na. Chicaleza. Na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na. Chicaleza. Na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na. Chicaleza. Na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na. Chicaleza. Lovely, I hope you enjoyed that. It's quite good to start with just a bit of movement to music. So after that bit of exertion, whether you were doing that standing or seated, let's just check in with the breath in the body and see how our breathing's doing right now. So starting first of all with hands on the chest. And just noticing how the breath is as it comes and goes. Notice the heartbeat pounding away in there. Just see if we can soften the muscles a wee bit. Allowing the chest to expand as the air drops in into the hands. And then coming down to the belly. Let me move my camera a wee bit. So hands on the belly. And just releasing those belly muscles so that allowing the belly to expand as much as it can as the air drops in, and a real sense of breathing into the hands. And then the hands around the sides of the body, sides of the ribs. And again, just seeing if we can allow those to expand. So a real sense of the chest cavity being 3D, being like an accordion, expanding in all directions. And then the hands, if you can reach and it's comfortable, putting the hands on the back, the low end of the ribs, or just leaning back against the chair, breathing into this area. See if you can feel that area expand. And then let's let go of that. Have a little bit of a shake and a shuggle. Let's have a shake out of our hands. This way, that way. Flick water on an imaginary person. Imagine you're flicking water at me. And let's shake up high and shake down low. And shake to the left. And shake to the right. And high, low, right. High, left, low. Right, left, high, low, right, left, high. Lovely. And then shoulders to ears. And just round and back and down with a sigh. Ah. Lovely. So shoulders up to ears again. Back and down with a sigh. Ah. And notice where they end up as we place them back and down. So the shoulder blades should feel closer together. And this area here, a little bit more open. And as we sigh out the air, we're not aiming, we're not sort of crumpling. So we're still imagining a cord coming out the crown of the head, keeping the body nice and tall. And the spine aligned, so we're in the best position for singing and for breathing. So let's do that once more. So shoulders up to the ears, back and down, but keeping the body nice and tall. Let's do that once more actually. So just focusing on keeping the body nice and tall as we breathe the air out. So shoulders up to ears, and back and down. Lovely. And then let's just stretch out the back a little bit. So we imagine we're hugging a tree. Imagine we're giving the tree a bit of a shake to get down some of that lovely ripe fruit that's not quite ready yet, but it's just a little bit of movement, and we've got it. Awesome. Lovely ripe mango. And we're going to eat it as noisily and messily as we can, engaging the whole of the jaw, the tongue, the teeth, and not worrying about any mess or any noise. See if you can make even more noise than me. And then there's a lovely little stream in the forest, so you're going to get a bit of water and wash all that stickiness off your face or around your mouth. And then really get into these muscles here, give them a good squidge. Get a bit of warmth into it. Lovely, and let's wake the tongue up with the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, the tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips. Let's go round once more. The lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, the tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips. And then with the tongue draped out as far as it'll stretch down here. So we're not worried about articulation. We're simply giving our tongue a good stretch, which will really help the articulation. The lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, tip of the tongue, the teeth. The lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, the tip of the tongue, the teeth. The lips. And then we try again with the tongue normal. The lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, the tip of the tongue, the teeth. The lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, the tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips. So just notice the difference. I certainly always notice the difference with that one. And it is a good thing to do it sounds like an odd thing to do, but to have a regular stretch of the tongue, it really helps our whole voice production. And let's do a rabbit munching a carrot, all scrunched up, and a very theatrical silent scream. Rabbit munching carrot, silent scream, and again. Big stretch on that silent scream, stretching out the jaw, stretching out the hands. Lovely. So let's tune in with our breath, with our rope exercise, the one that we always do at every session. Adjust this slightly again. So loose fist around the belly button, checking in when the shoulders are back, knees are soft, and we've got a cord coming out the crown of the head, so the back is lovely and long. And then as we breathe out to she, belly going very gently towards the spine, you feel it moving under your fist here. And then when we get to the end of the breath, releasing here. So imagine you've got a triangle here, and it's the center of that triangle you're releasing so that the air can drop in, and we're engaging the diaphragm, this big muscle that attaches all around here and is central to breathing. So let's go after 2. 1, 2. She, and then release. She, and release. And as we release, let's try not to raise the shoulders, and keeping that tall, upright alignment. So let's go twice more. We'll go she, 1, 2. She, release. She, and release. Lovely. Let's do a pie and chips. We've not done pie and chips for a while. So this is when we gradually extend the phrase, adding in more and more things that we are going to have for our tea. I've got pie and chips for tea tonight. Release. And then we add in peas and beans, and we add in ice cream, and we add in glass of wine, and we add in a cup of coffee, and we add in an after 8 mint, and we see how far we can get. See if we can get through all of it. 1, 2, 3. I've got pie and chips for tea tonight. Release. I've got pie and chips and peas and beans for tea tonight, and ice cream. I've got pie and chips and peas and beans and ice cream for tea tonight, and a glass of wine. I've got pie and chips and peas and beans and ice cream and a glass of wine for tea tonight, and a cup of coffee. Release. I've got pie and chips and peas and beans and ice cream and a glass of wine and a cup of coffee for tea tonight, and an after 8 mint. Release. I've got pie and chips and peas and beans and ice cream and a glass of wine and a cup of coffee and an after 8 mint for tea tonight. Whew. It's a long one. Have a good shake. Good shake out. And then just to warm our voice up a little bit, let's just do a little bit of gentle humming again. It's a really good way of just gently engaging our voice. hum as you're going around the house. Lovely long hums. We're trying to get the level of sound the same from the beginning to the end of each hum. So any note and change note, so you'll gradually start about in the middle of your range, go up a bit, down a bit, gradually go up a bit more, gradually go down a bit more. So let's go. 1, 2. You can imagine a thread coming out your mouth very gently. Might help you keep the breath lovely and steady. Just imagine you're pulling a thread at a very steady pace. We're not suddenly going and then tapering off, or we're not suddenly going really slowly and then speeding up. We're just going the same pace, the amount of sound, amount of breath we're using. So let's go again. We'll keep going this time. And release. 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 One more. Lovely. So we're going to come back to Mary Mac. Mary Mac's father, Mary Mac's mother. I will find the words for you. I wonder if any of you have been practicing this. Mary Mac's feathers macking, Mary Mac, marry me. My feathers macking me, Mary, Mary Mac. I'm going to marry Mary to get married and take care of me. We'll all be macking Mary when I marry Mary Mac. Words just coming if you've not got them in front of you. So, we'll start just saying the words again. Let me sit down, it's a bit easier to stay in the centre of the camera here, but do feel free to stand. Mary Mac's feathers macking, Mary Mac, marry me. 1, 2. Mary Mac's feathers macking, Mary Mac, marry me. My feathers macking me, Mary, Mary Mac. My feathers macking me, Mary, Mary Mac. I'm going to marry Mary to get married and take care of me. I'm going to marry Mary to get married and take care of me. We'll all be macking Mary when I marry Mary Mac. We'll all be macking Mary when I marry Mary Mac. Lovely. I'll do line by line. So get your mouth nice and agile and sitting nice and upright if you're sitting or standing. Mary Mac's feathers macking, Mary Mac, marry me. 1, 2. Mary Mac's feathers macking, Mary Mac, marry me. My feathers macking me, Mary, Mary Mac. My feathers macking me, Mary, Mary Mac. I'm going to marry Mary to get married and take care of me. Jump up. I'm going to marry Mary to get married and take care of me. Well, I'll be macking Mary when I marry Mary Mac. Well, I'll be macking Mary when I marry Mary Mac. Let's go through the whole thing. 1, 2. Mary Mac's feathers macking, Mary Mac, marry me. My feathers macking me, Mary, Mary Mac. I'm going to marry Mary to get married and take care of me. Well, I'll be macking Mary when I marry Mary Mac. And we're aiming just to take one breath in the middle there after my feathers macking me, Mary, Mary Mac. We'll go slightly faster, assuming you're getting your tongue around this okay. Oh, 1, 2. Mary Mac's feathers macking Mary Mac, marry me, my feathers macking me, Mary, Mary Mac. I'm going to marry Mary, take it married and take care of me, well I'll be macking Mary when I marry Mary Mac. 1, 2. Mary Mac's feathers macking Mary Mac, marry me, my feathers macking me, Mary, Mary Mac. I'm going to marry Mary, take it married and take care of me, well I'll be macking Mary when I marry Mary Mac. So let's put in the Mac, Mac, Mary Mac, Mary Mac, 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 Mary Mac, Mary, Mac, Mac, Mary Mac, Mary Mac, 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 Mary. So we'll put in 2 rounds of that at the beginning and 2 in the middle. Let's give it a whirl. So Mac, Mac, Mary Mac, Mary Mac, 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 Mary Mac, Mary, Mac, Mac, Mary Mac, Mary Mac, 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 Mary Mac, Mary. Mary Mac's father's making Mary Mac, marry me, my father's making me, Mary, Mary Mac. Going to marry Mary, take it married and take care of me, well I'll be macking Mary when I marry Mary Mac. Mac, Mac, Mary Mac, Mary Mac, 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 Mary. Mac, Mac, Mary Mac, Mary Mac, 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 Mary. Mary Mac's feathers making Mary Mac, marry me, my feathers making me, Mary, Mary Mac. I'm going to marry Mary, take it married and take care of me, well I'll be macking Mary when I marry Mary Mac. And let's have a round of Mary Mac's mother. 1, 2. Mary Mac's mother's macking Mary Mac, marry me, my mother's macking me, Mary, Mary Mac. I'm going to marry Mary, take it married and take care of me, well I'll be macking Mary when I marry Mary Mac. Mac, Mac, Mary Mac, Mary Mac, 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 Mary. Lovely. I hope we're getting our tongues around that now. It's a good one to have under your belt. It's quite a good party piece, particularly if you can do it really fast. So a very short little song about a seagull. Let me find the words for you. By a woman called Carol Pryor. Did you ever see a seagull skid as it landed on a dustbin lid? I just did. I just did. I just did. It's a very simple little song. It just shows you can make up songs about anything. Anything and everything. And Carol was saying that this was literally something that she just saw outside her window, and she then made up this wee song about it. So did you ever see a seagull skid? 1, 2. Did you ever see a seagull skid as it landed on a dustbin lid? As it landed on a dustbin lid. Just bring my microphone down a little bit. There we go. I'll do those 2 again. Did you ever see a seagull skid? Your turn. Did you ever see a seagull skid as it landed on a dustbin lid? As it landed on a dustbin lid. I just did. 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 So that's the tricky bit. You've got three beats after that last I. I'll do all the I just did. So I just did. I just did. I just did. Your turn. I just did. I just did. I just did. And again. I just did. I just did. I just did. You can click your fingers or clap, whatever, but you need 3 beats in there. Did you ever see a seagull skid as it landed on a dustbin lid? Your turn. Did you ever see a seagull skid as it landed on a dustbin lid? I just did. 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 Should we see if we've got the whole thing? Have you ever seen a seagull skid as it lands on a dustbin lid? I have not. I have seen seagulls do many things living here near the sea, but I have not seen one skid as it landed on a dustbin lid. Did you ever see a seagull skid as it landed on a dustbin lid? I just did. I just did. I just did. Did you ever see a seagull skid as it landed on a dustbin lid? I just did. I just did. I just did. Did you ever see a seagull skid as it landed on a dustbin lid? I just did. I just did. I just did. There. That's going to be your earworm now, isn't it? You're going to be really annoyed with me all week because you've got this earworm about seagulls skidding on dustbin lids. Let's go through it a couple more times just so it's in the head. Did. 1, 2. Did you ever see a seagull skid as it landed on a dustbin lid? I just did. I just did. I just did. Did you ever see a seagull skid as it landed on a dustbin lid? I just did. I just did. I just did. There we are. Good bit of tricky rhythm there. That works as a round. I'll maybe see if I can do a track and we'll have a go at it next time as a very simple round. So last week we started California Dreaming. So we're going to come back to that. Let me find some words for you. Quite a lot of words in this song. It's going to take me a while to put them in, so just have a wee rest for a minute, have a bit of tea, whatever you've got. So this is the first verse coming. And then moving on to the second verse. Stopped into a church. I passed along the way, got down on my knees and pretend to play. The bits in brackets we can ignore for now. They're the echo part. We're just going to do the tune for the moment. Preacher likes the cold, knows I'm gonna stay. California dreaming on such a winter's day. And then the third verse, almost like the first, but slightly different. If I didn't tell her I could leave today. And then California dreaming on such a winter's day, repeated several times. Just got to put that in ×3 there. There we go. Lots of words. And there's a do-do-do bit before the last verse as well. So, all the leaves are brown and the sky is grey. Do, 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 do. All the leaves are brown, and the sky is grey or tan. All the leaves are brown, and the sky is grey. I've been for a walk on a winter's day. I've been for a walk on a winter's day. All the leaves are brown, and the sky is grey or tan. All the leaves are brown, and the sky is grey. I've been for a walk on a winter's day. I've been for a walk on a winter's day. Sorry, that was your turn. Okie doke. And then we have I'd be safe and warm if I was in LA. I'd be safe and warm if I was in LA. California dreaming on such a winter's day. California dreaming on such a winter's day. I'll do that once more, line by line, and then we'll put it all together. So it's got a good kind of lilt to it. All the leaves are brown and the sky is grey. It's a bit like today. It's quite a grey day. There are still a few green leaves, yellow leaves, orange leaves on the trees. But there's quite a lot of trees that have lost their leaves already as well. All the leaves are brown, and the sky is grey or tan. All the leaves are brown, and the sky is grey. I've been for a walk on a winter's day. I've been for a walk on a winter's day. I'd be safe and warm if I was in LA. I'd be safe and warm if I was in LA. California dreaming on such a winter's day. California dreaming on such a winter's day. Let's go for the whole thing. 1, 2, 1. All the leaves are brown, and the sky is grey. I've been for a walk on a winter's day. I'd be safe and warm if I was in LA. California dreaming on such a winter's day. Lovely. And then the second verse. Stopped into a church, passed along the way, your turn. Stopped into a church, passed along the way. Got down on my knees and pretend to pray. Got down on my knees and pretend to pray. Preacher likes this cold, knows I'm gonna stay. Preacher likes the cold, knows I'm gonna stay. California dreaming on such a winter's day. That bit's the same every time. California dreaming on such a winter's day. So let's go for the whole of that verse. Stopped into a church, I passed along the way, got down on my knees and pretend to pray. Let me get some water. Stopped into a church, passed along the way, dropped down to my knees and pretend to pray. Preacher likes the cold, knows I'm gonna stay. California dreaming on such a winter's day. So there's lots of chances here to sustain the long notes at the end of each phrase. Stopped into a church, I passed along the way, got down to my knees and pretend to pray. So let's go once more. Have a wee shoulder shake. Stopped. 1, 2. Stopped into a church, passed along the way, got down on my knees and pretend to pray. Preacher likes the cold, knows I'm gonna stay. California dreaming on such a winter's day. Lovely. And then we have the do-do-do bit. Winter's day. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. First bit. Do-do-do-do-do-do. And do-do-do-do-do-do. I'll do it again. Do-do-do-do-do-do. And do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I'll do the first bit again. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Your turn. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Tricky bit there. So you've had do-do-do-do-do-do-do, and then you go do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. I'll do that again. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Your turn. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. I'll do the whole of this bit and then we'll break it down a bit more if we need to. Do, 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 do. do do do. Do 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 do. I think we've got the first bit. Let me do the second bit again. Do 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 do. Your turn. Do 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 do. And then the last bit. Do 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 do. I'll do the last two bits and you do them after me. Do 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 do. Let's see if we've got the whole thing. Do, and lovely long notes again. So just checking in that you're lovely and aligned down the spine. Imagine that chord coming out, and let's lift our shoulders a little bit and place them back down and just check in. Let's just do a little stretch of the neck. So shoulder to ear on one side, feeling lovely stretch down here, and very slowly and gently lifting it back to the center, and then leaning over the other side. And back to the center. And let's do a few very soft neck turns as well. So imagining what for you really conjures up soft. Whether it's a lovely soft duvet, soft scarf, fluffy clouds, silk, marshmallows, cotton wool, or a bit of all of those. And so not stretching the neck, just see if we can soften slightly. So any tension you notice, just imagine, just say in your head, soften, soften. So we're just letting the tension melt away. And then slowly and gently coming back to the center. And keeping that sense of softness as we start to sing. Just notice if tension comes back in. And internally say soften to yourself again. Let's get the pitch again. A 1, 2. Do 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 do. One more. Do 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 do. And then we go back to the third verse, which is nearly the same as the first. The first half is the same. All the leaves are brown and the sky is grey. Let's go. All the leaves are brown and the sky is grey. I've been for a walk on a winter's day. If I didn't tell her I could leave today. If I didn't tell her I could leave today. California dreaming on such a winter's day. Lovely. Should we sing it all the way through? Should we see if we've managed to sing it all the way through? So the do-do-dos come after the end of the second verse, and then we go back into verse 3. So let's get a bit of a swing up. All the leaves are brown. Oh, 1, 2, 1. All the leaves are brown and the sky is grey. I've been for a walk on a winter's day. I'd be safe and warm if I was in LA. California dreaming on such a winter's day. Stopped into a church I passed along the way. Got down to my knees and pretend to pray. Preacher likes the cold, knows I'm gonna stay. California dreaming on such a winter's day. Do 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 do. All it's that one, sorry. All the leaves are brown and the sky is grey. I've been for a walk on a winter's day. If I didn't tell her I could leave today. California dreaming on such a winter's day. California dreaming on such a winter's day. California dreaming on such a winter's day. Lovely. Sorry, we got a bit low going back into it. I dropped, I found a funny note as we went back in, so apologies if that was a bit too low. Okay. So we're going to shortly have a sing through of Yonder Come Day, but somebody was asking last week where this song came from. So I did a little bit more research. So if you've got a cup of tea, now's a good time just to sit down, relax a bit, have a little sip of your tea, and I'm going to read this out to you because it's quite interesting. So first of all, about the Georgia Sea Islands. So this song is based on a traditional tune from the Georgia Sea Islands. It's not actually a traditional song in itself. It was written based on a line in a song from the Georgia Sea Islands. And I'll just read this out to you. Some of the strongest retentions of African culture in the United States are found in the communities of the Georgia Sea Islands. These lush former plantation lands dot the coastline of Georgia and the Carolinas on the eastern seaboard of the United States. They include the low-lying islands known as Johns, James, Wadmalaw, Kiowa, St. Somins, and others. They were a first stop for many African slave ships making their way to the North American mainland. Because the sea islands' isolation buffered them from urban and white-dominated culture, bridges to the mainland were not constructed until well into the 20th century in some cases. The deepest roots of African American culture were largely preserved intact. People working the sea islands' plantations, that was African people, were under the charge of black overseers for 9 months of the year. So they had no need to camouflage their cultural practices, and their traditions flourished. The vestiges of African religions blended with Christianity. Songs and dance reflected the structures and nuances of African musical culture at their core. Their diet was similar in many ways to coastal West Africa, and is even now. Fish, oysters and mussels fill the shallow waters, and the fertile soil and temperate climate produce 3 crops a year. And they have a regional dialect called Gullah, Gullah, and this blended African and English characteristics, and it's still spoken today. It's dense with terms that describe the flora and fauna, and is rich with poetic expressions that add colour to oral histories. During the Civil War, the majority of white people fled permanently to the mainland, and the freed black communities formed quiet communities tucked throughout the abandoned plantation lands. However, poverty is still rife in these communities, and the establishment of fancy resorts has raised the value of the land, and prohibitively for many of the black families who've called the Sea Islands home for generations. So the music of the Sea Islands includes spirituals, blues, call and response songs, field hollers, work chants, singing games and stories. And then it was a group called the Georgia Sea Islands Singers, who originally were heard singing Yonder Come Day in the 1970s at a festival. And there we go. So that's where it kind of started. And she suggests doing it as well with a step right, step left, and an offbeat clap. So 1 clap, 2 clap. I'm going to stand up, and let's see if we can bring that into our singing of Yonder Come Day. Just finding the words for you. And the section that we treat as a second verse, she says is generally spoken. I think it's fine to sing it as well, but you can imagine it's spoken rhythmically. There we go. There's the words for Yonder Come Day. So let's see if we can get a step and a clap into it as well. So we know this reasonably well now, so let's see how we get on. So let's get that going first of all. So we're going about this speed, aren't we? Yonder come day, days are rising. So we're going step, clap, step, clap, step, clap, step, clap. Yonder come day, days are breaking. Yonder come day on my soul. Yonder come day, days are breaking. Sun is a rising in my soul. And it really helps us feel it in our bodies, which these songs were certainly meant to be. So let's just get that step going. If you're comfortable doing that, if you're seated, you can do it in your chair. So really get that rhythm and feel it in your body, and then we'll put the clap in. And a 1 clap, 2 clap, 1 clap, 2 clap. Are you ready to sing? Yonder, yonder come day, days a breaking. Yonder come day on my soul. Yonder come day, days a breaking. Sun is a rising in my soul. The trees are green and the air is sweet. Good earth is singing underneath my feet. I point my feet down freedom's line. Walking down the street, I'm feeling fine. Yonder come day, days are breaking. Yonder come day on my soul. Yonder come day, days are breaking. Sun is a rising in my soul. Lovely. And of course we've got the other. Yonder, 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 yeah. Yonder, 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 yeah. Yonder, 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 yeah. Sun is a rising in my soul. It's quite hard to get our expansive arms on the yeah and get back for the clap. See if you can do it. So let's find the track, sing along to the track, and see if we can put in the stepping and the clapping as well. Just bring this up for you. Should be up.
Yonder, 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 yeah.
Yonder, 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 yeah. Yonder, 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 yeah. Sun is a rising in my soul. Yonder come day, days a breaking. Yonder come day on my soul. Yonder come day, days a breaking. Sun is a rising in my soul. The trees are green and the air is sweet. The good earth is singing underneath my feet. I point my feet down freedom's line. Walking down the street, I'm feeling fine. Yonder come day, days a breaking. Yonder come day on my soul. Yonder come day, days a breaking. Sun is a rising in my soul. The trees are green and the air is sweet. Good earth is singing underneath my feet. I point my feet down freedom's line. Walking down the street, I'm feeling fine.
Yonder, yonder.
Stop. There we go. Nearly went on to the other one there. So I'd be interested to know how you got on with the clapping and the stepping, as well as the singing there. It's always good to find ways to bring our bodies into our singing, particularly from our culture. We tend to sing very much from up here. We think we sing with our mouth and our voice, and we're a bit nervous often to bring our body in. But the more we bring our body in, the more we can really get the feeling into our singing and really express ourselves. And that helps us really get our breathing going out throughout, working throughout our whole body as well. We sing with the whole of our bodies. I have knocked a bit of paper on the floor, so I'm not disappearing. I'm just picking my bit of paper up. It didn't like me stepping. There we go. So, Brochenlaum. I'm going to sit down again for this one. Somebody was saying at the Zoom session on Tuesday that they always sang Brocken Loam, and I've not had a chance to look it up yet, actually. I imagine there's probably quite a few variations. But yeah, do let me know if you have an experience of either one or the other. So a song that we did a few years back, and we performed together with the Honest Singers. I'd forgotten their name for a minute. A group, Alison Vase's group from Musselburgh. And we sang at the... gosh, I've forgotten the name of the festival as well. My brain today. Vibrant Musselburgh. The Vibrant Musselburgh Festival at Fisher Row. And we had a rehearsal together with the Honest Singers in Musselburgh one Saturday that some of you came through for. And then we sang together at the festival, which was really lovely. It was a big group of us. It was a real highlight, I think. So Brocken Loam was one of the songs we sang. We sang Brocken Loam, we sang Rivers of Babylon, Wild Mountain Time. I think we maybe did one on our own as well. Don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. I think we possibly did. Brocken Loam. So a traditional Gaelic pushtabui, which means it's kind of mouth music that was for dancing. So the important thing, well, for dancing or for working the tweed, somebody was saying the other day. So this is the bit of research that I need to do. We'll maybe find out between us by next week. But it's the rhythm that's really important. So the words, let me bring them up. Brochen Laum Tanna Laum, Brochen Laum Nasuan, Brochen Laum She Tanna Laum, She Brochen Laum Nasuan. So the words don't really mean anything as such. They kind of mean porridge thin and meagre, porridge thin from sowens, but it's not the meaning that's particularly important, it's the rhythm. And then this next bit's the chorus. Brocken Laum, Tanna Laum, Brocken Laum Nasuan. 1, 2. Brocken Laum, Tanna Laum, Brocken Laum Nasuan. Brocken Laum, Tanna Laum, Brocken Laum Nasuan. Brocken Laum, Tanna Laum, Brocken Laum Nasuan. And the first one again, I'll do it. Brocken Laum, Tanna Laum, Brocken Laum Nasuan. Brocken Laum, Tanna Laum, Brocken Laum Nasuan. Brocken Laum, She Tanna Laum, She Brocken Laum Nasuan. Brocken Laum, She Tanna Laum, She Brocken Laum Nasuan. So that sort of apostrophe SE there is she. Brocken Laum, She Tanna Laum, Yotan. Brocken Laum, She Tanna Laum, She Brocken Laum Nasuan. She Brocken Laum Nasuan. Brocken Laum, She Tanna Laum, She Brocken Laum Nasuan. Brocken Laum, She Tanna Laum, She Brocken Laum Nasuan. Let's see if we've got the whole thing. 1, 2. Brocken Laum, Tanna Laum, Brocken Laum Nasuan. Brocken Laum, Tanna Laum, Brocken Laum Nasuan. Brocken Laum, Tanna Laum, Brocken Laum Nasuan. Brocken Laum, She Tanna Laum, She Brocken Laum Nasuan. And we leave a little pause at the end of each line so we've got time to let the breath in. It's a little bit relentless, this song, otherwise. And we keep it super bouncy. So let's do that once more. A 1, 2. Brocken laum, tanna laum, brocken laum de suen. Brocken laum, tanna laum, brocken laum de suen. Brocken laum, tanna laum, brocken laum de suen. Brocken laum, she tanna laum, she brocken laum de suen. Lovely, and then the chorus. Brocken tanna tanna tanna, brocken laum de suen. Your turn. Brocken tanna tanna tanna, brocken laum de suen. Brocken tanna tanna tanna, brocken laum de suen. Brocken tanna tanna tanna, brocken laum de suen. First one all together. Brocken tanna tanna tanna, brocken laum de suen. Brocken laum, she tanna laum, she brocken laum de suen. Exactly the same as at the end of the verse. 1 and brocken laum, she tanna laum, she brocken laum de suen. All of the chorus. 1, 2. Brocken tanna tanna tanna, brocken laum de suen. Brocken tanna tanna tanna, brocken laum de suen. Brocken tanna tanna tanna, brocken laum de suen. Brocken laum, she tanna laum, she brocken laum de suen. Once more. Brocken tanna tanna tanna, brocken laum de suen. Brocken tanna tanna tanna, brocken laum de suen. Brocken tanna tanna tanna, brocken laum de suen. Brocken laum, she tanna laum, she brocken laum de suen. Lovely. I've still got the swing on me. And then we had a lower part that goes brocken laum, brocken laum, brocken laum, brocken laum, she tanna laum, she brocken laum na suen. So it starts exactly the same as the tune. So the tune goes brocken laum, tanna laum, but it just stops on the first laum and makes that a lovely sustained note that just holds that pitch underneath the tune. So a bit like a drone. So let's just do that first bit. A 1, 2. Brocken laum. And then the second one's the same and holds that note. And then the third one the same as the first one. So let's do those 3. 1, 2. Brocken laum, brocken laum, brocken laum. And then we go up to here and we just step down. Brocken laum, she tanna laum. Let's go. Brocken laum, she tanna laum. She brocken laum na suen. She brocken laum na suen. Brocken laum, she tanna laum. She brocken laum na suen. Brocken laum, she tanna laum. She brocken laum na suen. 1, 2. Brocken laum, she tanna laum, she brocken laum na suen. So, brocken, let's see if we can do that all the way through on the low part. A 1, 2. Brocken laum, brocken laum, brocken laum, brocken laum, she tanna laum, she brocken laum na suen. Once more. Brocken laum, brocken laum, brocken laum, brocken laum, she tanna laum, she brocken laum na suen. There we go. And then the chorus goes. I've suddenly lost my chorus and lost. Here we go. Bear with me. Brocken, it's that one. Brochen tanna 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 brochen laumna suan. So it's exactly the same, it just stays there and it's super bouncy. Brochen tanna 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 brochen laumna suan. Brochen tanna 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 brochen laumna suan. Brochen tanna 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 brochen laumna suan. Brochen laumsche tanna laumsche brochen laumna suan. So instead of the tune there goes brochen tanna, and this just comes back down the same as it was. I am looking at the right one. Sorry, my music here has got 4 different parts on it, and I'm just checking. I'm picking out the one that corresponds to the one that we've done, and I am. So it's exactly the same as the beginning. It just goes down from there to there. Brochen tanna 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 brochen laumna suan. Brochen tanna 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 brochen laumna suan. Brochen tanna 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 brochen laumna suan. Brochen laumsche tanna laumsche brochen laumna suan. Lovely. Let's have a go with the track. So you can choose which one you sing along to. I think it's a while since I did this track. I think it gradually gets faster, which is certainly how we sang it. I will sing with the tune the first time round and then the lower part the second time round. And let's see how we get on. So super bouncy. Enjoy.
One, two, three, four.
Brochen laum, tanna laum, brochen laum na suan. Brochen laum, tanna laum, brochen laum na suan. Brochen laum, tanna laum, brochen laum na suan. Brochen laum, she tanna laum, she brochen laum na suan. Brochen tanna 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 brochen laum na suan. Brochen tanna 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 brochen laum na suan. Brochen tanna 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 brochen laum na suan. Brochen laum she tanna laum she brochen laum na suan. Brochen laum brochen laum na suan. Brochen laum tanna laum brochen laum na suan. Brochen laum brochen laum na suan. Brochen laum she tanna laum she brochen laum na suan. Brochen tanna 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 brochen laum na suan. Brochen tanna 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 brochen laum na suan. Brochen tanna 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 brochen laum na suan. Brochen laum she tanna laum she brochen laum na suan. Brochen laum tanna laum brochen laum na suan. Brochen laum tanna laum brochen laum na suan. Brochen laum tanna laum brochen laum na suan. Brochen laum she tanna laum she brochen laum na suan. Brochen tanna 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 brochen laum na suan. Brochen tanna 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 brochen laum na suan. Brochen tanna 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 brochen laum na suan. Brochen laum she tanna laum she brochen laum na suan. Woo! There. Good to sing that one again. I hope you enjoyed that. I'll hope to do a wee video of that one at some point, so it's up on the website permanently. It's a good one to come back to. It's a good one to sing along to. Cheers. So let's do a little bit on Pura Mame, song from Guinea in West Africa. A blessing to the grandmothers, the Mame, and the grandfathers, Same. Just getting the words for you. Pura mame, pura mame, pura mameo, pura mameo. Wow. Which is more of a sort of a wah in front of a breath with an ah sound than a, it's certainly not a wah, it's a wah. So it's kind of voiceless, which is quite nice. It's just a bit of an expression, bit of a letting go. So, this is lovely and gentle. So let's just lift up our sit bones a minute if we're sitting down on one side. Rock backwards and forwards on the sit bones for a minute. Just check they're really nicely planted under us. And that our feet are rooted into the ground for this one. Nice contact between the feet and the floor. Pura mame yotan, pura mame, and that one again. Pura mame, pura mame yo, pura mame yo. Pura mameo, pura mameo. I'll do it all through again, call and response, so we can get a nice feeling of the rhythm going, and again a lovely sustained sound and a release of the belly at the end of each phrase. Pura mame yotan, pura mame, pura mame, pura mame, pura mame yo. Pura mameo, pura mameo, pura mameo. Let's try the whole thing. Go 1, 2. Pura mame, release. Pura mame, release. Pura mameo, release. Pura mameo, pura same, and pura same, release. Pura same, release. Pura same yo, pura same yo. Same again, and pura same, release. Pura same, release. Pura same yo, pura same yo. Lovely. There are a few other harmony parts in this as well. Let's just do one more actually. That was my intention. I was just thinking we're running out of time, but I think we've got time to do one. We'll not put them together today. Pura mame, your turn. Pura mame, and The same again. Let's go. Pioramame, Pioramameo, 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 Pioramameo. Let's see if we've got that one all the way through, and then we'll do the first one again. Pure. 1, 2. Pioramame, Pioramame, Pioramameo, Pioramameo, Same, Piorazame, Piorazame, Piorazameo, Piorazameo. And let's go back down here again. And Pioramame, Pioramame, Pioramameo, Pioramameo. Same, Piorazame, Piorazame, Piorazameo, Piorazameo. Lovely. So here's a poem out of this lovely Life of Breath book to finish with, and it's called Best Friends. Shakily, quiveringly, quaveringly, tremblingly, shudderingly, tremulously, flutteringly, waveringly, unsteadily, jerkily, spasmodically, fitfully, by snatches, by fits and starts, with a flirt and flutter. Let yourself breathe. Easily, readily, effortlessly, simply, lightly, swimmingly, smoothly, comfortably, softly, slowly, calmly, rhythmically, eloquently, and with pleasure. Let yourself breathe. Wherever you are, make friends with your breath. There, so that's a nice moment to end on. So I hope you've enjoyed this session, and have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye for now.